Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Okay, in this video we are going to discuss about SQL statement. Okay, so what is the use of statement? Why the statements are required? Okay, see, whenever we discuss about database, in database we are going to perform some operation, and that operation is universally called as CRUD operation. CRUD operation means we have to create something, delete, retrieve, modify. This type of things are called CRUD operation on our database. So these are nothing but the instruction used to communicate with our database. Okay, this is nothing but SQL statement. In SQL statement, some different types are there. There are 5 different types of SQL statement. First one, DDL, data definition language. Data definition language means it is used for structure a schema. Means whenever you have to create one table, in that particular case, we are going to use this data definition language. Then DML, data manipulation language. DML statement nothing but it is used for manipulation purpose. Manipulation means whenever you have one table, you are going to insert some data into that. This part is nothing but manipulation part. Then DQL, data query language. DQL is majorly going to focus on retrieve part. We just have to retrieve some data from our table which is present in our database. For this video, we are going to see some basics of DDL and DML. Once we cover this DQL statement, after that we are going to cover this all 5 statements in a quite brief way. Okay, but for now you just have to focus how to create one table and how to insert data into that. The basic purpose of this video is to create table and insert data. This is nothing but about this video. Okay, so first of all, DDL, you just have to know, basically it is used for create some blueprint or schema. The schema is nothing but an object. This object is nothing but our table, or it may be a view. Later on we are going to discuss briefly about this DDL statement, but for now you just have to know, here we are going to create one table. Okay, see here, create table. Create table is nothing but whenever we have to create one table, we just have to write this create table. And then employee. What is this employee? Employee is nothing but the name of the table what we are going to create. Okay, this is the structure. When we have to create one table, we just have to write like this, create table. Then our table name, this may be anything, okay, employee. Then we have to start a parenthesis, we have to end the parenthesis along with semicolon. Semicolon is mandatory. Okay, within this parenthesis we are going to mention our columns. Okay, for this employee, one ID is required. Okay, for this ID we have to mention one data type. Okay, whatever data types we covered, one number data type is there. ID is of number type. Along with number, we have to define the size. Number data type of 10 size. Then constraint. Constraint means rules we are going to assign to a column. I just have to assign a rule to this ID. This ID column must have some data and some unique data. For that, I am going to assign here constraint as primary key. Okay, you can see here constraint as primary key. You can see here employee here written int. This is basically for MySQL, and you just have to use number in Oracle SQL. Okay, and then name. For name, you have to use varchar of size assume 10. I'm not going to assign any constraint. If you want, you can assign here. This is totally depends on you. You just have to create this table in this manner. This is the way of creating one table. Now we have to create the table. Okay, I'm using Oracle 10G. If you want to install it, you just have to search on YouTube and go through any of this video. You can do that. I don't want to waste any time on this installation part. So let's start. So first of all, we just have to write the structure, create table. Then I am going to write the table name and then the parenthesis start. Okay, here I am going to write employee ID is of number type of size 10. I am assigning here one constant as primary key, then comma, then employee name, ename, data type varchar or varchar2, you can use anything, okay, of 20. I'm not assigning any constant here, then comma, then here one salary, this is a number type. I'm assigning size is 20. Okay, then we just have to close this parenthesis, one semicolon, and enter. Table created. And then how to see the table is created or not? For that, you just have to type this, select star from employee. No rows are selected. That means this table doesn't have any data. You can see here the select star. That means you just have to read like this, select asterisk. The star is nothing but asterisk. That means whatever data present in your table, it is going to show all of that. Okay. How to then, now we have to insert data. So if you want to see how many columns are present in your table, for that you just have to type describe employee. You can see here this describe employee, this query describe the whole table. That means employee ID is of number type, null or not null. Why? Because we assign here as constant primary key. Primary key is nothing but the combination of unique and not null. Okay, now DML statement. What is DML statement? Data manipulation language. That means whenever we have to manipulate the data, we insert the data, delete the data, update the data, in that particular case, we are going to use this DML statement. Insert into table name, insert into employee. Then you have to mention all the column name, then values, then you have to write the values. You can write like this if you want, or if you want any simpler way, you can just write like this, insert into employee, then values, then whatever values you want. This is nothing but the employee ID. This is employee name. Employee name, whenever you are going to use any string type or character type or varchar type, you just have to write within single quote. We already in time of data types, already we mentioned that. So let's insert some data into this employee table. We just have to write insert into our table name. Our table name is employee. Okay, now to write the values, then you have to start the parenthesis. First one is employee ID. I'm assigning employee ID as 1. Now I'm assigning employee name. We have to mention the employee name within single quote. Okay, I'm assigning employee name as A. Okay, fine. Then employee salary. Salary is 120. Then semicolon. Semicolon is important. Enter. One row created. Okay, let's check the data is inserted or not. How we can check? We just have to write select asterisk from employee. Or you can say like this, select all from employee. You can see here employee ID 1, employee name A, salary 120. Now I'm going to assign ID as 1. 1 is already there, but I'm assigning. Okay. Name as B, then salary as 3400, then semicolon. Let's see what is going to happen. Error at line 1, unique constant violated. That means employee ID 1 is already there. So we are unable to use it for second time because we are using a primary key. Because of that, it doesn't allow any repeated value. So this is how you are going to create one table and insert some data into this particular table. This is nothing but your task 1. You just have to create one table, employee table. This is nothing but one employee table. Whatever the operation we are going to perform in our later videos, we are going to perform in this table, this employee table, in one another department table is there. Okay, you got it. And then this is nothing but the structure of this employee table. Employee number, this is primary key. Employee name, varchar 2, you can assign varchar also. In this manner, you just have to create the table. And the task 2 is you have to create one department table. Okay, this department table, you can add more data here, but at least this 4 data must be there.